your stories of your kids that you can't control and think they deserve everything.
Yeah, we're going to have some answers for you next week. We need them. Okay.
Coming up next,
we love her.
Tori Spelling's going to be here. She's got another book, and I bet another bestseller. What do you think?
I think you definitely, by next week, it'll be on the New York Times bestseller list, 3 in a row. All righty, and
right after
we'll be back with her. And no more of this. No, let's burn these, please. She's constantly making headlines for her weight, or actually the lack of it, and that family feud with her mom.
But Tori Spelling wants you to know, besides her reality show, she's just another normal working mom in Hollywood, and she writes all about it in another soon-to-be bestseller, Uncharted Territory.
I love the title. Very cute.
I hope you guys are right. A bestseller.
No.
Third bestseller would be amazing.
When do you have time to write books? Because you did one, I remember, last year around this time, right?
But you were hosting with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were in
I was in Dubai.
You're in the book, you know.
I read my part.
Is that all?
No, that's all I got to. Look, there you are. Look, here we were a year ago.
Oh, with your hair all long and the whole thing.
We actually had a really, really fun time and ended up becoming friends during that.
We did.
Yeah, we did. We really bonded.
You inspired me, and that's what I talk about in the book, that, you know, you try so hard to have it all, and I felt like you had that nice balance of having the family life and the public life. And I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, I don't have a reality series, which is, you know, with coming into our room.
You have this every single day.
Yeah,
all of these people out here.
You know
this is your reality.
It is. Imagine your life right now, everybody watching us right now. And and everything you're doing is being chronicled by a stage crew, a sound crew in your home. It's invasive. But you reap the rewards of it as well.
It is. Well, it's either, you know, they're outside our door or they're in our home. Yeah. The people in our home are our friends and family. We can control that situation. Once we leave our house, you know how that is. You know, it's a paparazzi, and they're going to write about you whatever they want to say. So,
in your book, you talk about your relationship with your mom, and I know before it was very troubled. And you talked about, I thought it was interesting, how the media may have sort of fanned the flames. You were reading some of the stuff in the press. She was reading the stuff in the press, and you weren't talking to one another.
Not to each other, exactly.
Right.
Well, you know, everyone had said we had reconciled. I read paper after paper saying we had meetings and stuff. We hadn't even seen each other in real life, actually. So it wasn't until she had her annual Christmas party that we actually came back together, and I talk about that story in the book. And I literally that night had this epiphany that I was like, wait, I just lost 2 years of my life with my mother because what did I do? Just like everyone else across the country, I read into the papers what they were saying.
Yes, and most of what you read is often not true at all.
Not true, but it's funny how you read about someone else and you think it's true. You read about yourself, you're like, it's all lies.
That's not true. That's
absolutely.
It's not that you just lost those 2 years, but your children lost two, and she lost
it
years with her daughter and her children.
But you know what? The beauty of it is we didn't lose 10 years.
Right.
It was 2 years, and you know what? And it was that thing that we looked at these 2 children and thought, this is what it's all about. Whatever we have in the past, it's the past. We move forward with them as our focus.
That's it, Malibu. Now, how are you? How's everything now then? Good?
Things are good.
It's good with Randy.
I have my brother back. It's funny because literally a year ago, and you know this, I didn't know what was going to happen with my family. And I thought, okay, well, I have great friends. That's what I would always say. Maybe you don't always get both. Well, I have both back, and it's really amazing for me.
In your book, you also talk about the weight issue, and that comes up. That's come up almost every single time, hasn't it?
You saw me eat.
What did she ate?
She was very polite. She ate everything that was put in front of her. Yeah, we had chicken paillard, right, and all.
Amazing. I tried to recreate that, by the way, and I can't. But
do you get tired of dealing with that? And what do you say about that weight issue?
Well, of course you get tired of it. More than that, it's hurtful because I feel like at this point I've worked really hard to be relatable to my fans. I'm a role model for women out there, and I have a daughter. I have a young daughter, and so when people are saying you have an eating disorder, you're anorexic, it's hurtful.
But they see you on your show eating. So I think what's underneath all of that is that people wish they could be that thin. You know, there's a lot of jealousy in the world too, and it seems to be very easy for you to stay after 2 children this thin. Do you think there's a lot of that?
Yeah, I think there is some of that too. I love that you tweet a lot, by the way. Everyone talks about it. Wait, and there's some tweeting about a goat.
Oh yes, the new family member.
Let's see.
We have a farm in Hollywood, basically.
There's a goat in your house?
That's my goat.
That looks like a raccoon in the background too.
Her eyes, look, she's with the dog. No,
which one's the dog?
The dog's the white one. The gray one's, well, I call her Donna Martin just because, well, I thought it was funny. And my husband calls her Totes McGoat, which the kids have started calling her. So now I just call her Goat. But she thinks she's a dog. She goes in and out of the doggy door. And yeah, we're slowly growing a farm in our house.
And you're going to you'll be back in the fall because you have a children's book coming out.
You're very busy. Very busy. Tori, thank you.
Tori, all the best.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
Glad things are so good.
Thank you, Tori.
Up next, another hardworking woman. Jill Martin is here with some fashion secrets that are going to put you ahead of the game. We promise, right after this.